Hello friends, this is Dr. Pawan Jagannath Tambre, working as Assistant Professor in Chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nashik. In this video lecture, we will see the concept of projection formulae. In stereochemistry, projection formulae are very useful. So we are going to look at this projection formulae in this video lecture. First of all, we will see nature of carbon atoms in molecule. Dear friends, carbon atom forms different types of molecule, but the most common molecule which we study are the molecule in which carbon atom is having either carbon carbon single bond, carbon carbon double bond, or carbon carbon triple bond. Apart from this, carbon can form bond with many other elements which are the part of periodic table. So look at this basic example: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, which are having carbon carbon single bond, double bond and triple bond respectively. Now if you look at hybridization of this alkane, alkene and alkene, you will come to know that in case of alkane, this carbon atom is in sp3 hybridization. So it is having tetrahedral geometry and bond angle is around 109 degree. This is the structure of tetrahedral carbon atom, which is attached to 4 different atoms or group. In the same way, if you look at alkene, alkene is in sp2 hybridization state. Its geometry is planar and bond angle is 120 degree. Alkynes are sp hybridized. Their geometry is linear and bond angle is 180. If we think of this different nature of carbon atom in different molecule like alkane, alkene and alkene, then their geometries are different. In case of alkenes and alkynes, this molecule can be write down on paper very easily. However, if you want to write down the exact structure of alkane on paper where carbon atom is having 4 single bond, then it is quite difficult because this is 3-dimensional structure. So in order to write down this 3-dimensional structure on 2-dimensional paper, we need to study the projection formulas. So before start, just look at various bonds which we show in stereochemistry. We show this solid line, sometimes we show solid wedge, and this is called as hatch wedge or broken wedge. So what are the significance of these bonds in stereochemistry? So look at this carbon atom which is having tetrahedral geometry. It is attached to 4 different atoms or group which are shown by different bonds, different kinds of bonds. So these solid line, these are the bonds which are on the plane of the paper. This hatch wedge bond is the bond pointing back from the plane of the paper, that is away from the observer, and this solid wedge is the bond which is pointing out of plane of the paper towards the observer. So this is very basic for understanding of stereochemistry. Now we will move towards projection formulae. Dear friends, there are different types of projection formulae. In this video lecture, we are going to see only 4 of those type. First one will be flying wedge projection formula, second Sawhurst, third one is Newman projection formula, and fourth one is Fischer projection formula. Apart from this, for cyclic molecule, we can have Haworth projection formula and so on. So let us start with projection formulae. First is flying wedge projection formula. Now this type of structure is called as flying wedge projection formula, in which out of 4 bond of tetrahedral carbon, 2 are in plane, 1 is out of plane towards the observer and 1 is out of plane away from the observer. This structure is called as flying wedge representation. As we have already seen, this bond shows different information in flying wedge projection formula. These are in plane, this is out of plane, away from the observer, this is out of plane towards the observer. Now look at this example for flying wedge projection formula. If you look at these two enantiomers of 2-butanol, then in first molecule this OH is coming towards the observer, and there will be one hydrogen atom on this carbon which is away from the observer. However, in the second example, we can notice that this OH is going away from the observer, and obviously there will be one hydrogen atom on this carbon atom which is coming towards the observer. So this is how we can represent molecules with the help of flying wedge projection formula. The next type is Sauer's projection formula. In Sauer's projection formula, the bond between carbon atom is shown as a long straight line. The lower end of the line designates the front carbon atom. However, the upper end designates the rear carbon atom. Now what it means? Look at this example. Now in this case, we will view this molecule across this and this carbon atom. So they are shown by a long straight line. This carbon atom is a front carbon atom, and this carbon atom is back carbon atom. So this is front carbon atom, this is rear carbon atom, and we are looking at this molecule through this carbon-carbon single bond. For example, in case of ethane, each carbon atom is attached to 3 hydrogen atoms. Each carbon atom has 3 lines attached designating carbon-hydrogen single bond inclined at an angle of 120. So for example, if you look at this structure of ethane, this is front carbon, this is back carbon. This carbon is attached to 3 hydrogen, and this carbon is also attached to 3 hydrogen atom. The bond angle between this carbon, this hydrogen, carbon and hydrogen is 120. If you rotate this molecule across this carbon-carbon single bond, then we will get different arrangement of same molecule. Now you must notice at this blue hydrogen atom, this blue hydrogen and this blue hydrogen are eclipsing on each other in this particular structure. After rotation by 180, this hydrogen will go down and we will get this type of structure. So this rotation around carbon-carbon single bond is nothing but conformation. This is called as conformation, which we will see in next lectures, and they are called as conformational isomers of each other. So look at this example of N-butane. So for understanding, I have shown this carbon and hydrogen atom with different colors. So this is N-butane, and look at Sauer structure of this N-butane. In this case, this second number carbon atom is attached to CH3 and 2 hydrogen, and third number carbon atom is also attached to 2 hydrogen and 1 CH3, which are shown by different colors. So this is second number carbon atom, and this is third number carbon atom, which is attached to CH3 and 2 hydrogen, CH3 and 2 hydrogen. So when you rotate this molecule across this carbon-carbon single bond between carbon number 2 and 3 by 180 degree, then this CH3 will change its position by 180. It will move from here to here. In the same way, this hydrogen will also move, and we will get this structure. As I told earlier, these two structures are called as conformational isomers of each other. So this is Sauer's projection formula. Next one is Newman projection formula. Now in Newman projection, a carbon-carbon bond is viewed head on, so that one carbon atom is directly behind another carbon atom. For example, consider a model of ethane. Look at this model of ethane. This is a carbon atom which is attached to 3 hydrogen atoms, and this is second carbon atom which is attached to 3 hydrogen atoms. These 2 carbon atoms are shown by different color for better understanding. So this red carbon atom is front carbon, and this blue carbon atom is back carbon atom. If suppose a person goes to left side and look at this molecule, then from left side, that is from this side, this molecule will look like this, where a person can see this red carbon atom clearly. However, this blue colored carbon atom will be behind this red color carbon atom. So this will look like this. This is front carbon and this circle is back carbon. The front, that is the red carbon atom, is represented by central dot in Newman projection formula, and the back, that is this blue carbon atom, is represented by this circle. The substituent present on the front carbon atom are drawn at 120 degree with bonds connecting all the way from this center. However, the substituent which are present on back carbon atom, they are also drawn at 120 degree, but the bonds are stopped at the edge of this circle like this. So we will see the same structure again in broad view. Look at this structure. So in this structure, this is front carbon atom, which is dot at the center of this circle, and this circle is a back carbon atom. This front carbon atom is attached to three different substituents, in this case hydrogen atoms, and they are at 120 degree from each other, and their bond is starting from the center itself. However, if you look at this back carbon atom, then in this back carbon atom, the substituents are also drawn at 120 degree, but the bond stop at the edge of this circle. So look at this structure very carefully. This is the basics of Newman projection formula. Now the next one is Fisher projection formula. So normally this is how we will draw Fisher projection formula. Fisher projection formula is used for writing a molecule which are having more than one chiral center. We will see all this concept in detail in next lectures for sure. Now in Fisher projection formula, the carbon chain is drawn along the vertical line of the Fisher projection, usually with the most highly oxidized carbon atom on the top. So this straight line shows chain of carbon atoms. Now in Fisher projection formula, the vertical lines shows bonds going into the page, and the horizontal line shows bonds coming out of the page. The point of intersection of these two lines shows chiral center. So look at this structure now. From this structure you will understand that in Fisher projection formula, the vertical lines which are shown by red color are going into the page, and these horizontal lines which are shown by blue color, they are coming out of the page, and this point of intersection of this vertical and horizontal line, they showing chiral center present in the molecule. Now look at this example of R-lactic acid. So this is Fisher projection formula of lactic acid. So if you look at this Fisher projection structure, it is like this only. These H and OH, they are pointing out towards the observer, and these CH3 and COOH, they are bond out of the inside the page. Here one thing should be noted down, that Fisher formula is always present in eclipse form. This note will be useful when we interconvert Fisher projection formula into other projection formulas. So always remember that Fisher projection formula is always in eclipse form and never in staggered form. Now we will see some allowed motions for Fisher projection formula. So in Fisher projection formula, 180 degree rotation is allowed. However, 90 degree or 270 degree rotations are not allowed. So let us explore with some example. Now look at this molecule. When this molecule is rotated by 180 degree, then we will get this type of structure. That is, this COOH will change its position. It will go to position of CS3 and CS3 will go to the position of COOH. In the same way, this OH and H, they will exchange their position. Then by such rotation, we will get this type of representation of same molecule. And these two structures are exactly same. Their configuration is exactly same. So this type of motion is allowed in Fischer projection formula. Now 90-degree rotation. As I told earlier, 90-degree rotation is not allowed. Means if you rotate this Fischer projection formula by 90-degree, then you will get a structure and these two structures will be entirely different from each other. They won't be same. So if you rotate this molecule by 90-degree, we will get this structure. So in this case, what happens? There is an exchange of position by all this group. COH goes to this position, OH goes to this position, this CS3 goes to this position and hydrogen goes to this position. So each of these atom or group will move one position forward and we will get this structure. If you look at this and this structure, we may think that these two structures are exactly same because bond arrangement is same, but these two structures are not same because in Fischer projection formula 90-degree rotation is not allowed. If you do 90-degree rotation in Fischer projection formula, then you will get opposite isomer. Then third one is one group holds steady and the other three can rotate. This kind of rotation is allowed in Fischer projection formula. Let us have a look at this example. In this molecule, again same molecule, this carbon is attached to COH, OH, CS3 and H. Now I can get a homomer of this molecule by holding one of the atom or group and rotating remaining three atoms or group either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So in this case I am holding this COH so that it will be at same position, and this OH, H and CS3, they are replacing their positions. So we will get this structure. COH will be at same position, OH will go one position forward, H go one position forward and CS3 will go one position forward, and I will get this molecule. And believe me, these two molecules are exactly same. They are having same configuration because this type of rotation is allowed in Fischer projection formula. So when we will deal with RS system of nomenclature and interconversion of this projection formula, in that case all these concepts will be very useful. I hope you like this video on projection formula. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Thank you.